So I guess this is Connecticut's version of the lemon squeeze. I guess that's how you go around it. I guess you go around that way. And then the lemon squeeze goes up here. Or whatever they call this. I don't think they call it a lemon squeeze. Drag my trekking poles on one hand and not two. I hear my trekking poles banging around the walls. All right, that's a good version of a lemon squeeze. Housatonic River is down there, and that, I think I read it was the longest covered bridge in Connecticut. It's also, there's a road down here in this valley here, and it runs down to the river, and if you cross the river, you're on that longest covered bridge in Connecticut. Okay, and this is oh, that's the road that takes you into West Cornwallis. Okay, up we go some more later. Okay, so this is just somewhere in the northern part of Connecticut. I don't know, 20 miles maybe south of the Massachusetts border, maybe 25, I don't know. That's where the trail came from. It's on this nice little old road for only about 20 yards, so don't get too excited. Trail actually comes out of the woods like right over there somewhere. And then the overgrown road goes that way. Back about, oh, I don't know, a quarter mile, there's like what appears to be like a beaver dam and an actual road that runs. And then there's the trail going north. You can see the blaze on the tree right there. And complete the 360 back to the road, going to nowhere. So this is the Sharon Mountain campsite, obviously a blue blaze. Trail goes up that way. Nice shot of the woods. And the trail south goes that way. And then to complete the 360, that's obviously the trail to the campsite. Later. So here's I haven't seen one of these for a while. Pine needles. So obviously in a grove of pine trees. It's always nice to hike in these because they're like little cushions. I think there's one of these in Shenandoah or in Smoky Mountains, and then after Grayson Highlands. That's Grayson Highlands. No, it was after Irwin. I think when you went up to that first climb out of Irwin at the top, I think it was called like Unica or Unica Mountain, something like that, and it was all pine trees and soft. That's, I think there's been a couple others, but not, you don't often see this up here or on this East Coast area. Cool, bye. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm still in this little, well, I guess I'm kind of out of a little pine area, but down below, that has got to be a racetrack because there's a lot of screeching tires and roaring engines. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, it's a lot of noise. Later. It's north, south, and the water's down there about 25 yards. It's, still moving. So there's still water. That's the trail going north. See a wet blaze right there. And this apparently is Belter's Bump. That's the trail going south. That's just north of the camping area, or real close. And there's water. This just ends the 360. There's a little view. And I think that's 7 down in this valley here, although I don't know. I would expect to hear more cars that were. I can't hear any cars. I can still hear the racetrack over in that general direction. Huh, here we go. So much for Belter's Bump. It's like, hello, my old friend. It's the Housatonic River again. I've said this before, and I'll repeat. I think Connecticut would have been the coolest state on the entire Appalachian Trail had the trail just hiked the entire Housatonic River north. I mean, I don't know that there's anywhere else on the trail where a river and the trail ran in the same general direction. You could have built this trail 2 feet from the Housatonic all the way along the Housatonic. It would have been fabulous. Instead, it took you in the woods, took you up and down hills. Hell, by the time you get here, you've been up and down a million hills, but what you haven't done is hiked along a cool river. Okay, Connecticut, shut down your trail, move all your shelters and camping areas to the banks of the Housatonic, and let hikers hike it. They'd love it. All you would hear is, what's your favorite state? And of course, there would be the people that say, oh, I love the mountains, so I like New Hampshire. And then the rest of the people would say, oh, I love Connecticut because of this cool Housatonic River hike. I think when that fellow envisioned the Appalachian Trail, he was envisioning the same thing. A nice walk along the entire east coast of the United States that anybody could do. Not hiking hours on end up and down rocks and roots and all kinds of adventurous things. All right, Connecticut, you had your chance, but instead you had to be like everybody else and stick in your lemon squeeze and your rock scrambles, and you could have just had this beautiful hike along the Housatonic. Okay, so this little stretch of trail, you come out of the woods onto 7 and a couple other roads, and you really don't need to do this stretch. You could just walk around the corner on the road, and in a couple hundred yards you would meet up with this trail at the other end. But this trail takes you through a field back to the river, and then along the river. It makes like a little horseshoe. But I considered just saying, oh crap, because I did walk on that road, pull up my gut hooks, and then discovered that I wasn't supposed to be walking the road. So I actually turned back and walked all the way back to the beginning of the trail, and now I'm doing it again on the trail as opposed to on the road. And I'm really glad I did, because I do love the Housatonic. One of my favorite parts of the whole Appalachian Trail, the Housatonic. They have all these little, have like washouts, naturally occurring washouts. And they just put these three, it's like 4x4s, maybe 6x6s, now those are 4x4s. You know, I think the last time we saw the Housatonic, it was after a couple of big major rains. So I mean, it was rapids and fast moving water. Now it's just a lazy river. Okay, I think I'm done taking pictures of the beautiful Housatonic River. Bye. I'm going to do a 360 here. I don't know where that goes, but it's wheelchair, so you can get out with a wheelchair. And I think the trail goes north this way. That's the trail coming south, and the guy you're about to see is Chris from Arkansas.
Hello.
So here we are on the, oh, there's the waterfall. Ah. Cool. On the Housatonic River again, on a bridge over the Housatonic. That's like some kind of old, or probably still used, electrical station. Trail, that's south. And then this is north. That's Chris again. And that's the waterfall. I'm not sure I think the waterfall's actually bigger than that, so there must be more to it somewhere. That looks like something out of Revolutionary War time, doesn't it? You would have to know the name of this, would you? I don't. You don't know the name of this, do you? Okay, so this is High Falls. So this is the Housatonic River. Used to be an old electrical station, generating station. Great Falls. This is Great Falls. It's pretty nice looking. I'm gonna do a 360 here. Bank. And there's quite a drop off from up above. And we came down through there. And that's more Housatonic. That's Chris again from Arkansas. Wow. Cool. I like it. Very nice. Okay, so here we are on top of Mount Prospect. That's the trail going south. That's the side that does not have a view. That's Chris again. That's the trail going north. And then this is the view. And we have a young lady down here. I don't know who she is.
I'm Whisper.
She's Whisper. I've even heard somebody say Whisper before. That must have been. All right, that's it. That's all there is. Climb for 20 minutes and that's all you get. It's a nice view. No idea what I'm looking at, but it's a nice view. Okay, so here's a giant thumb 360. That trail goes north. Oop, trail goes south that way. Wait a minute. South. There's the big giant thumb. Trail goes north that way. There's Chris again. And that's the end of the 360.